Welcome to the Reese Report. I am the mouth of the North End, Reese, and man, am I excited because I've got my boys back for the NFL. It's been a long summer of boredom. Actually, not too bad. We had the European Championships, we had the Olympics, so it was okay. But nothing replaces football with my boys. I'm very happy to have Gil, Jose, and Tony back. They always bring the fire, and boy, when you see our draft episode, you're going to understand why. But now we get to make picks where we're either going to be laughing at each other or arguing with each other or making fun of each other. So get ready because this is going to be interesting. We are going to be making our division pick winners, our MVP selection, which Gil got 100% right last year with Lamar Jackson. We're going to pick our rookie of the year and who gets the buys. We'll save our playoff picks till later. Let's just do divisions right now. This is going to be interesting. Should be wide open unless you're a big Kansas City fan for the three-peat. But we'll see. It's very hard to three-peat. I don't think it's been done in NFL history. Am I right? There's been no three-peats. So we'll see if Kansas City can pull it off. They certainly drafted well enough. They've got Worthy, and they picked up Marquise Brown, who's already hurt. So we'll see. They lost Snead to the Titans. So we'll see what happens with Kansas City. But let's start, guys, with the division I hate the most, and that's the AFC East. I don't like this division. It just annoys me. But let's start with Gil, who's a big fan of Aaron Rodgers. Who do you got in the AFC East, Gil?
Well, I'm gonna say the Jets because I took the Jets last year. The guy got hurt in the first four snaps.
He did.
So, why am I gonna pick Aaron Rodgers this year? Because it's Aaron Rodgers. The Jets have Bryce Hall. They have a good coach, good defensive core. The Bills lost a lot of weapons. Didn't get anybody to sign them. Pretty much Josh Allen's there by himself. Two was a left-hander. I don't like left-handers. So and New England, Lino, they're in baby steps still. Like they're still in diapers. So the Jets are gonna win the division.
All right. Jose, who do you got?
I'm gonna take the Jets as well. I think they're if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, they're the most all around team. They have the defense, they have the offense. Um, I have I have Buffalo finishing second, Miami third, and then the New England Patriots are gonna probably win two games the whole season probably because they're that shit. Anyways, and that's all I gotta say about that.
Barbosa, who do you have winning the AFC East? We will
I'm
get the
gonna
wild
go with
cards after.
I'm gonna go with the Jets also. Like everybody says, they're the most rounded team in that division. The Dolphins is all offense, and we know what happens in the playoffs. And when you have offense but you don't have any defense, that's what happens. The Bills lost quite a bit of players on the defensive side, and they lost their number one receiver. That's a big loss. And New England
A
is
disaster.
rebuilding. And New England is rebuilding, so yeah, I'm going with the Jets.
I'm going to take the Bills. I don't trust Aaron Rodgers. He's 41 years old. He's coming off an Achilles tear. Before his injury, he was average for Green Bay. Jordan Love took that team and improved it and got better with that team that Rodgers complained about. He didn't think they had any receivers. Jordan Love turned them all into great receivers. So I don't trust Aaron Rodgers or his attitude. I'd much rather take a consistent quarterback like Allen, even with no receivers, and think that he'll win just like Mahomes did with no receivers last year. So I think he'll find a way to win the division. So I'll stick with the Bills for now until I see what Aaron Rodgers is, which I don't know what he is. He hasn't played in 2 years. The last time I saw him on the field, he was losing a winner-take-all playoff game against Detroit. So I'm going to stay away from the Aaron Rodgers show on the Jets and take the Bills. Now we go to the AFC North, which is the toughest and most competitive division in football. Gil got this right last year when he said stay away from the Steelers, although they did make the playoffs. They were a dumpster fire at quarterback. Barbosa, where is Kenny Pickett? Because I know you made him a sleeper MVP pick last year. Where did he end up going? I don't know. Is he still in the league?
He's somewhere.
He's somewhere. I don't know. He's backing up somewhere. I don't know where he is, but
He's the backup for Philly, man.
there you go.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Philly. Back up for Philly. Maybe he'll get in there with Hurts getting hurt. Who knows? But Gil got this one on the button last year, picking the Ravens and Lamar to win MVP. Gil, are you going back to the well?
Yes, I'm going to go back to Baltimore winning the division, Lamar having a good season, and just to give that Henry in the back is going to help him, give some more, it gives some more experience. But the Steelers have some good stuff to happen this year. So I'll put the Steelers on the backside. Be careful with the Steelers. Depends what they have up their sleeves. Can't count out Cincinnati either. They're still Burrows, but losing Mixon in the back hurts them. And Cleveland with Watson, I think Watson's a bust. So I think that's Cleveland's downfall. They got to find a new quarterback. But I'm going to say Baltimore wins the division.
Barbosa.
That's a tough one. That's a tough division to call.
Yep, it is.
I'm gonna stay with my pick from last year. I'm gonna go with Cincy. I think Joe Burrow is gonna have a lot to prove this year, obviously because of his injury. I like Baltimore. I like Baltimore picking up Henry. I think that's a big weapon for them. But I just think Joe Burrow is gonna have a lot to prove this year. So I'm gonna go with Cincy.
Jose.
I'm going to take the Cincy as well. I think they improved their offensive line. They signed a lot of free agents this year. They got a good wide receiving core. Yeah, they lost Mixon, but they still have guys that can run the ball as well. Nothing crazy, but they'll do the job. As long as he can stay healthy, that team will contend. I think it's just about based on the health wise, and their defenses can play with anybody. They've improved their defense too. They signed some pretty good players in the off season. So I'm taking them in a close battle with the Ravens. I think the Ravens will, and it'll be between the Ravens and Cincy to win the division. I think Cincy will pull it out, but I see Pittsburgh finishing third. I don't trust Russell Wilson. I think they should have gone with Fields because he's more of a rusher that can passer on the run and stuff like that. I think they should have gone with him. They're going with the veteran player, but it is what it is. They got and then the Cleveland Browns. If it's not for the defense keeping them in the games, they're not going anywhere. Their offense, like Deshaun Watson, I don't know. Like he last year with the games, some games he played well, some games he disappeared and then he got hurt. So if he can stay healthy, they could contend because they have the defense to play with anybody. But I don't see him staying healthy, and I think he's just washed up. And with all the shit that happened with all this rapes and stuff like that, I think it got to him and stuff like that. So, but like I said, I'm taking Cincy to win the division in a close race with the Ravens.
Yeah, I got this in a very close race as well, and I'm only taking the Ravens because they own the Bengals. I think Lamar's 5-1 against the Bengals in his career. So based on division wins alone, I think Baltimore will edge them out. I think the Bengals will have a big season this year because T. Higgins and Chase are on the last year of their deals. They went all in this year, Cincinnati, knowing the contract situations and the ownership and how cheap they are, and so I think this is a big year for Burrow and Cincinnati. They're letting go of Mixon might trouble things because their running game will be a split of Moss and Chase Brown, but hopefully they can replace Mixon's offense. They're more of a throwing team anyway, but I think Baltimore edges them via tiebreaker of head-to-head matchup. Bengals definitely second. The Steelers, I think, will be last. I think this is the year where Coach Tomlin finishes under 500. I think Russell Wilson is a disaster of a quarterback. If they go to Fields, it might get a little bit better, but it depends on how early they do that, and then whether or not he can fit with Pickens, because I don't think Russell Wilson is any good anymore. So if they get to Fields early enough, Pittsburgh could be a factor. If not, Pittsburgh will be 7-10. And I think Browns will finish ahead of them based on their defense alone. as long as Watson doesn't screw it up. I mean, if Chubb comes back and they have Chubb in 4, Chubb will be back after 4 weeks, then the Browns' running game could take over and Watson doesn't have to do too much. So this division is very unpredictable till about halfway through the season when we see how injuries work out. But I'll trust the Ravens to sneak one out over the Bengals. Now we get to the AFC South. I'm going to start this one off and make it very, very simple. The Texans win this division easily. You want to talk about a team that went all in? This is a team that went all in. They picked up Joe Mixon. They picked up Stephon Diggs. They're loaded offensively. They added 2 defensive stalwarts to help their defense. They have a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal, and they're going for it now. They're a Super Bowl contender, and they will easily win this division. Barbosa, since this is your division, who do you got?
No, the Texans will win the division. I think they added too many weapons this offseason. Yeah, they'll win this division by a lot.
Yeah.
I think Jacksonville's going to take a step back. I don't like much of that happening. I think the Colts will finish second. I
actually agree with you. I think the Colts can come second in this division.
I think the Colts will finish second in this division.
Because the Jags and the Titans suck. I'm sorry. The Jags and
Titans suck. I don't know. I think the Titans might take a little step back and figure out what to do next. But that's the Texans will win this division easily. I think they'll win it by week 11. So
yeah. Gil, I'm going to ask you who you like, and then I'm going to ask you if it's a joke that Trevor Lawrence got the contract that he got.
Well, I'm going to say Houston wins the division, like everybody says. Reese, I don't know about Super Bowl contention, but
okay,
they're gonna definitely win the division. I disagree with Tony. I think Colts come third. I think Tennessee is going to come second.
Wow, tell me why Tennessee. Tell me why Tennessee.
I just think Will Levis is a fire out, and Tennessee got pretty good, and Tennessee at home plays well and they defend well. If Malfair is listening to this, he's gonna have a hard on.
Yes, he is.
But I don't know, Tony. I don't even think Taylor is into Indy right now. Like Taylor to me is gonna be out soon. I don't think he has the same love he had for Indy from the beginning.
We'll see.
So I think Indy's up in the air, and Tennessee's trying to get their stuff together, but Houston's just too strong. And Trevor Lawrence, I said it. Can go back to 3 years ago or whatever, whenever he got drafted. I said his biggest bust. I said it. You guys all heard it, and it's a joke. Them giving this money, they were better off getting another quarterback. It's a joke, but they did what they did. They're gonna suffer. And Jacksonville's gonna try to do what they can do with the running game. With NE, he's still good, but Lawrence is not the guy. Jacksonville's gonna flop. It's gonna be between Tennessee at the end of the day, Tennessee and Indy for that second spot.
Yeah, I think that Jacksonville. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, even if you take talent aside, he's been an average quarterback his entire career outside of his first season. He's been very, very average, middle-of-the-road quarterback. I would never have paid him. Jose, who do you got in this division? And what do you think of this division?
Or I think of this division. Okay, well, Houston is going to win the division, but I think adding Stephon Diggs was a big cancer into the locker room.
Possible.
I think he's one of those players. Too. I think he's one of those players that if he doesn't get the ball, he starts crying too much and then starts politics and shit like that, just like what happened in Buffalo. That's why he got his ass kicked out of there and traded.
Mm-hmm.
Talent-wise, they are the best team in the division. Second, I have between Jacksonville and Titans to finish second. I just think Jacksonville upgraded their defense. They added Eric Armstead. They have defensive on offense. They added Gabe Davis. Shark is a good defenseman, good wide receiver as well. Titans to me are the team that, besides Houston, are the team that upgraded their team best in the offseason.
They got Calvin Ridley, right, Jose? Tennessee?
Calvin Ridley. They got the corner, the D-back from Kansas City, Snead or whatever. It's not,
Do you think
the one
you
that
guys actually think Tennessee's going to be better without Henry? How are they better without Henry?
they have Tony Pollard and Spears. They have a two-headed
Okay.
team.
Okay.
Spears was running the ball well last year when he was in.
So
It's not
Pollard
like
will be a good Henry replacement.
Yeah, they'll be a two-headed what's it called? They'll share the snaps. It's not like going to be one main
Yeah.
guy.
And you like Levis? You
And-
like Levis?
I like Levis. I think he's a gunslinger, especially for that team with Hopkins and Calvin Ridley running down the routes and stuff like that.
Maybe Tennessee
they
will
have-
surprise.
And then I've been the finishing last. I'm sorry. I think they're the weakest team in this division. I don't
Really?
see. Yeah, it's not because I hate the Colts, because I hate the Colts and Barboza. But anyways, I just think from all the teams in the division, the other teams are the ones that upgraded their teams the most.
Okay.
And to honestly, if Richardson gets hurt,
They're done.
you're gonna go to what's his name, the
Oh
quarterback.
man, baby, go back.
Yeah.
Well, Joe
Joe
Flacco.
Flacco. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Flacco.
right.
Okay, buddy. If you're depending your season on Joe Flacco, then you're in
You're in
trouble.
trouble.
And that's why you're gonna finish last.
I'm not
place.
depending my season on Joe Flacco, but he's a better upgrade than Gardner Minshew.
Is he
You
better
think
than
so?
Minshew?
100%.
You think so?
100%.
I don't
They're
know.
the same. They're kind of the same.
I don't know, because last time from you, what do you guys say? Because you got to perform in the playoffs. Last year in the playoffs, he didn't do. What did he do against the Houston Texans?
Threw a lot of picks.
Two pick
I
sixes.
get it. 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. That's the problem.
Right.
He did throw. He thought he was regular season Joe.
I just think. Besides, John, if they don't rush the ball then their offense.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't.
I think they'll still rush the ball. I think they'll be a rushing team. 100%, they'll be a rushing team.
Yeah, I think
Anthony Richardson will also run. You're gonna catch some people off guard, off surprise. But anyway, I'll reserve my for during the season.
All right, we're gonna go to the AFC West, and I'm gonna start with Gil and Tony on this because they're big Bo Nix fans. Any shockers here? Or is Kansas City winning this division?
Kansas City's winning the division. They're not even close. There's no team close to them right now.
No, they're what? Gil, are you taking a chance on Denver here? Or are you taking Kansas City?
No. Well, I like Bo Nix, but I'm not on drugs.
But you're half asleep over there. Wake the fuck
I know.
up.
I'm trying to wake him up, man.
Yeah, that's because of your neighbor. Sorry, my neighbor.
So Kansas City wins the division. We can all say that pretty quickly here. I mean,
I hate to say it. I don't like them, but they're not winning the Super Bowl.
No.
Okay, we'll save that for after.
Yeah. We'll save that. We'll save.
They're gonna win the division. Yes. Denver is an outside shot.
Second. They'll finish second.
To me, the Chargers with Herbert, you can't count them out.
But they lost a lot of weapons. They lost weapons.
They lost that.
And Herbert's already hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe Denver does come second. To me, Vegas is the bust of the league.
Yeah, they're going to be the worst team in the league. I think.
They're a tire fire.
I honestly think
fire. I don't know what the hell is going on.
They're going to have the worst record in the league. I think. I don't think it's. I think that.
But that's what I think. You guys can put your input, but that's what I think.
No, I'm with you. I think we're on the same page on that division.
So we all got Kansas City there. Do you want to say anything about that division, Jose, or just Kansas City's going to win it? That's it.
I don't think the Raiders are going to be the worst team in the league, but
oh my God.
Who's going to have the worst record if not the Raiders? Who will it be?
The fucking Patriots. Are you kidding me?
The Patriots will have the worst
Panthers?
record.
The Panthers could be 1-15.
No, the Panthers. Trust me, they'll surprise a lot of teams.
Watch the Panthers.
Okay.
I think New England is going to have the worst.
The Patriots, yeah, you know what? They're going to be worse. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I think the Raiders can win 4 or 5 games. I think the Raiders can win 4 or 5 games.
You know what? You're right. The Patriots will be worse. That's true. That's probably right. Who will get the bye, guys? I got the Texans. Who's getting the bye?
Chiefs.
Gil?
Because they play in the shittiest division.
Fuck.
Tough one, eh? Tough one. Really tough.
Who comes first?
Yep. This is a tough one. I don't think it's a lock that Kansas City finishes first. I don't.
Are you guys on this Houston bandwagon? I don't know.
Dude, you see the division? It's
the division
the shittiest.
Right? That's
exactly.
The reason.
So that's why they're going to get a bye.
It's either Houston
right
or KC because of the division. It's shit.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't-
Trust me, that the Houston division's gonna be tough, man. I'm telling you,
You know
it's not
what?
gonna
You
be
could,
easy.
yeah, it could be. It could be. You're right. It's not always easy. It's true. I mean,
I don't know. I don't trust their defense too much, though.
KC's division's a joke. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, of all
You know
divisions.
what? You know what? My opinion, I'm gonna say Baltimore again. I think they're
Okay,
gonna.
why not? The Ravens could do it. Why not? Sure, why not? I think it's gonna be
I,
tough to repeat, but sure.
I'm gonna say Baltimore.
All right. All right, let's get to the NFC. Let's start with the East. Boy, oh boy, was this division. Let's just say it right now. The Commanders and the Giants are going to be bad. This is a two-team division. It's between the Eagles and the Cowboys. Um, I can't believe I'm doing this because I hate this team, but the Eagles were so bad last year to end the season. They still have so many question marks on their secondary. They have question marks between the quarterback and the coach. I have to take Dallas by default here because Dak Prescott is on a contract year. They got CD Lamb signed, and they have other guys looking for contracts. I think Dallas, just on the money situation alone, will win this division. Dak's looking to leave Dallas and is going to have a big year and then leave Dallas. So I got Dallas winning this division. The Eagles will be second because the rest of the division is garbage. Barbosa.
Eagles are winning this division.
Eagles.
Eagles
Okay.
are winning this division. I
Wow.
like the moves. I like the moves they made. I really
Okay.
like the moves. I really like Saquon on that team. It's gonna help them a lot.
Okay.
And they upgraded their defense a little bit. They picked up Shaquille Leonard in the halfway through
I
the season.
I
Now
just
they're
don't
off to
like
a
the way
good.
they collapsed, Barbosa. You don't collapse like that when there's just
I
something
get.
seriously
Hey,
wrong.
I told you guys. I
Yeah.
told you guys what was gonna happen. But I
Yeah.
think this is a much improved team. I like their offense. They got more of a running attack now with
I don't like the
Saquon.
coach, Barbosa. My problem is the coach.
Uh,
I don't think the
but
coach is good.
I'm sticking with the Eagles. I'm gonna stick with the
All
Eagles, and the Cowboys
right.
finish second.
Gil, because I don't want to fall asleep. Gil, who do you got?
Um, yeah, I agree with you, Reese. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think Dallas is gonna take this slightly, though.
Not big, slightly, yeah.
The Eagles are gonna keep it close. The Eagles
Yeah.
are gonna shock the world when they beat the Packers in Brazil. So
I disagree with you. I got the Packers winning that game, but we'll talk about that next week.
they're in the Amazon. They're gonna be Brazilian hookers. They're gonna go on one. Oh, they're gonna go on one. Yeah, the Packers are gonna lose in Philly, in Brazil.
Okay, but why wouldn't the Philadelphia players want the Brazilian hookers too?
No, because Jordan loves young. The Packers are a young team. They want hookers.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
the Packers are gonna lose, and then everybody's gonna be on this Philadelphia bandwagon. But Dallas. I don't know, man. Dallas.
It's not like I like Dallas. Just by default, I'm
Da-
taking them. Like,
the Dallas is a home team. Like, well,
yeah,
unless they play the Packers,
right.
but they're a home team. They thrive at home. They perform at home. They put 40 points up at home.
Against bad teams, though, Gil, to be fair. Like,
Well, who they're gonna play? The Redskins. Oh, well,
the Giants and the Commanders.
Commanders,
the
the
Giants.
Giants. Yeah, so they're gonna
No, but
put
it's a
big
first place
numbers.
schedule. It's not going to be easy. They got first place schedule, so
But
their schedule's tough.
but division wise, we all know it's gonna be between Philly and Dallas. So
Yeah,
Tony picked Philly. I'm gonna take Dallas. You took Dallas, Jose. You're gonna pick one or the other at the end of the day. You're not picking the Giants or Washington.
no. What do you got, Jose?
I got Dallas. I just think they're better overall team than they got the better defense. They got the better offense. Honestly, I think just because they got Saquon Barkley, I don't think that's gonna make a difference. Last year they had like good running backs and they didn't do
Swift was
anything.
there. Yeah,
Swift was there and they didn't do anything special. I think losing Kelsey is gonna be a big loss with that tush push and
yes,
stuff like that.
big loss.
They lost Reddick. They traded Reddick to the Jets. I'm telling you, their defense is and their still secondaries are still questionable because they're besides Slade, they don't have anybody there. Yeah, I like the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are more of a well-oiled team. I think they, like you said, Dak Prescott's playing for his contract. He's gonna have another good year. And like Gil was saying too, they're a home team, and when they play at home, last year they were undefeated at home.
Yeah.
Besides when they lost to the playoffs, but in the regular season they went undefeated.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think the Cowboys are a better team than the Eagles. And then the Cowboys will finish second. I've got Commanders finishing third, and then the Giants finishing last.
Yeah. Now let's go to the toughest division in football and Gil's division. Gil, NFC North. Who do you got?
Well, I'm not going to be biased here. Like the Packers had a great year, so did the Lions. I'm not going to lie. Lions had a great year.
Yeah.
If the Lions play the Packers today, I don't know. It would be different. I think it would go down to defense, to be honest with you.
Neither defense is strong.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be tough. Fuck.
It's
It's a
really
hard
tough.
division.
Yeah.
And who knows what the Bears are going to
The
bring.
Bears are a wild card big time. Like who knows what they're going to be.
But I'm still going to say Green Bay, Detroit, Bears. Who knows? Maybe all three might make the playoffs this year.
I think it's possible.
Uh, I do like the Lions. I'm gonna say, as hard as it might say, I like the Lions a lot. I don't know, but there's just something of what Green Bay did that, they were 3-7. They went on that crazy win. They still made the playoffs down 3-7. I just think they clicked. I think Love got that year that he needed off his belt. He did what he had to do, and I think he's out for greatness. Just with that said, I think Green Bay wins the division, not by much. Obviously, the Lions right there, and I even think Chicago might make it as a wild card. Who knows?
I completely agree with Gil, except I have the Packers winning the division. I think that
No, I said I had the Packers.
Oh,
too.
you have the Packers? Okay, so I have the Packers winning the division slightly. I think they'll beat Detroit in the head-to-head, and that will be the difference. Conference record will be a tiebreaker. They'll get by, but I think they'll end up tied, and Green Bay will win by a tiebreaker. I also think the Bears will make the playoffs this year. We'll get to that when the wild cards happen. The NFC is not particularly strong, and I think the Bears are more than capable with their talent of making the playoffs. I thought they ended the season really great last year. Their defense was very good. I like the fact that Jose picked the Bears defense in fantasy. I thought it was a very good pick. If Caleb is even just an average rookie, they should still make it. If he's outstanding, who knows what they could do. But I think that even if he's just okay, they can make the playoffs with the talent they have. So take the Packers to win the division, and then I think the other two teams can make the playoffs. Barbosa?
Lions are winning the division.
Okay.
I just they're a better, well-rounded team to me. I think their defense is a little bit better than the Packers, and they came that close of making the Super Bowl. Their running game is going to be a lot better this year. So yeah, I'm going to take the Lions.
Jose?
I don't know, man. This guy Barbosa, the running game is going to be the same because they got the same fucking guys there.
So but he's 1 year. He's not a rookie. He knows the league more.
But still, you still got Montgomery and Gibbs. It's not like they upgraded to of different guys. It's the same thing.
So
he's just to get 1 more year of experience. That's all. Big whoopity do. Anyways, Lions are winning the division. Me and Gil, we watched the Lions through Green Bay a beating in Lambeau Field last year when we were in Tennessee. Watched for our football trip. I just think they're more well-rounded team. They improved defensively. They added a couple cornerbacks in the draft, which they needed in the secondary. They have Hutchinson pressuring the quarterbacks. I think offensively they're loaded with weapons, and I think it's going to be between them and Green Bay to win the division. But I think the Lions will win the division. Yeah, I see Green Bay finishing second, and then like you said, Bears finishing third.
Let me ask you something. So we watched that game in Lambeau. I'm just curious, what happened in Detroit?
What happened in Detroit?
Green Bay kicked Detroit's ass on Thanksgiving Day, if I remember correctly.
Who won in Detroit?
Yeah, Green Bay hammered them. Yeah.
Okay, so you're making this big assumption. Oh, we went to Tennessee. Yeah, we watched it in Tennessee. Yeah, they kicked their ass. And then what happened in Detroit? I just want to recap what happened in Detroit.
They won. So I'm just saying, we were watching the game together. Yeah, so I watched the game with you in Tennessee, and they lost. Right? Am I right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah. And then we did
the facts. I don't give a shit what
Okay.
happened in Detroit. I was watching the game with you in
And
Tennessee.
after I lost,
Okay.
didn't I dance? I was dancing.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did the 1-2 step over there, the famous skill 1-2 step.
All right, to the NFC South. There's only going to be one team coming out of the playoffs here. Let's go, Jose. Who do you got winning the division? I know who you got.
Falcons.
The Falcons, right?
Falcons are loaded, man, buddy. They got Judon, buddy. That team is scary good. That defense is scary good.
I think they picked up Simmons
offensively.
Too. Yeah.
Offensively, if Kirk Cousins can play like the same way he was playing in Minnesota, that team is a 10-11 game win team. Team for sure, 100%. They're winning that division. I'm sorry, hands down.
All right. Barbosa.
Yeah, I got the Falcons. And I got and watch Pitts have a big year.
Well, he's got to wake up. It's because
he finally got a quarterback that can throw him the ball.
We'll see. Gil, what do you got winning this division?
I hate this division.
So do I.
I can never get this division right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, Carolina's shit.
Yes, we know that. We know Carolina's shit.
New Orleans, Tampa Bay are pretty much even.
Yeah.
Might have to give a little bit of the edge to Atlanta. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Atlanta, New Orleans, or Tampa, I don't know. I'm going to say Atlanta, but I'm not really convinced.
I'm taking the Bucks. I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I think he'll get hurt. Something's going to happen to him. He throw picks. Atlanta's going to be frustrated with him halfway through the season. They're going to want to release him. And I think the Bucks win the division. I trust Baker Mayfield more than I trust freaking Kirk Cousins. So I'll stick with the Bucks.
This guy's a hater. Holy fool!
I can't do it with Kirk Cousins, man. I can't do it with him. I'm sorry. I'll go with the
Bucks.
His
stats. Check his stats, and then you have who has a better stats. Him or Baker
his stats look good on paper, but when you need him to win the game, he's garbage. I'm going with them. Yeah. Let's go. Now we'll go to the NFC West. I got the 49ers winning the division. With very close with the Rams. I think the Rams are going to be right there with them, probably a game back. But it's a 2-horse race, and I got the 49ers. Jose.
Niners running away with the division.
Barbosa.
Niners.
Yo.
Niners, but I'll say Arizona comes close.
Oh, okay. Who gets the bye in the West? Sorry, in the NFC. I've got the 49ers.
Lions.
Oh.
Oh my God. You serious?
Yo.
Go pick your pick. Don't.
49ers.
Jose, who gets the bye?
I'm gonna say Cowboys.
Cowboys. So that means they go to San Francisco and win this year.
I'm not saying they have to win in San Francisco. I'm just saying they're going to have a better record than San Francisco.
Okay. All right. Cowboys. All right.
And Tony's pick should just get deleted, though. Just like edit.
Okay, quickly. Who gets the wild cards in the AFC? Jose.
Bills, Ravens, and
no, you got 5.
Bills, Ravens.
You got 5.
Bills, Ravens, and Jaguars.
Okay.
2 more.
No, it's three wild cards. 3 wild cards.
Just 3 wild cards, bro.
Yep. Go ahead,
Is it?
Barbosa. 3 wild cards in the AFC, 3 in the NFC. What do you got in the AFC?
Jose, you picked Jaguars?
Yeah, I picked the Jaguars. What was there a problem?
No, I just thought I heard wrong. Jaguars.
Barbosa.
Yeah, the Jaguars. Yeah.
I got the Ravens.
Jaguars.
Ravens. Browns. The Broncos.
Wow. Okay. Gil, wild cards, AFC.
Broncos. You talking about the Jaguar and Broncos, bro? Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, go. I want to see Mr. Gil's picks. Go. I want to see your wild cards.
You picked already.
No, I didn't.
No,
you didn't. None of this is wild cards.
Go ahead.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna say Cincinnati Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee or okay, so Cincinnati and go with Miami. Tennessee or Denver, Tennessee or Denver, Tennessee or Denver. I'm gonna take Denver.
All right, I've got the Dolphins, Bengals, and Colts as the wild cards. Banking on Anthony Richardson to have a big year this year. To the NFC, I'll start with the wild cards. I got the Lions, the Bears, and the Rams. Yo,
I'm gonna go with Detroit, obviously. Detroit, the Rams, and Philadelphia.
yeah, I got this. I got the Bears beating the Eagles out for the last playoff spot. Barbosa.
I got the Cowboys, I got the Packers, and I got Arizona.
Arizona. Wow, we got some surprise Arizonas here. Jose.
Rams, uh, Eagles, and the Packers.
All right, we got about a minute left. MVP picks. I will start. CJ Stroud is my MVP selection this year. Jose.
Joe Burrow.
Barbosa.
Joe Burrow.
Going back to the well. Gil.
Oh, I guess you're killing.
One more.
You know what? I changed my pick. I'm taking Brock Purdy to win MVP.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, I like. Ooh, that's a
Interesting.
sleeper, Jose.
Okay.
Atta boy.
1 minute left, Gil. Give us your MVP pick, and then our show is done.
You know what, Jose? You're right. I'm gonna go Jordan Love. I think he breaks it up with that
Why not?
contract.
Why not? Why not? You got a shot. Okay, so that is our picks and our show for this week. I'd like to thank everyone for coming on and everyone for watching. I'm gonna be sending this out to those people who invited me to the fantasy draft. All of you all better be subscribers. They're gonna have a problem with you. All y'all. So it's coming. All right. But for the mouth of North Andrews, that's Jose Carlos Gomes, Tony Barbosa, and Bill Santos. We'll see you on a weekly basis going forward. We'll see you next week on the Reese Report, and hit my music.